Hey y'all, welcome back. This is your Thursday therapy tip, and I'm talking about perfectionistic thinking. You know how, let's say you wake up in the morning late and you are running behind and you skip breakfast. Well, because you've skipped that one meal, it kind of sets the tone for you for the rest of the day. With your meals, you either say fuck it and either continue to restrict, or you say fuck it, already screwed up, and you get really in your head and you beat yourself up and you feel really ashamed. Or again, it can go to the other side of you say fuck it and you just decide to, I shouldn't say you decide, but you say fuck it and you get into that binge cycle, or you get into other types of behaviors because you're feeling so guilty and ashamed for the one choice, and again, not the choice, but the one the one mishap on the meal. It feels like because you messed up this one thing that you can't do anything right, you can't recover, you suck at eating, you suck at taking care of yourself, and it's really you get all meals perfect or nothing at all, and it's like your eating disorder gives you permission to just not take care of yourself or your body for the rest of the day. Well, again, that's all or nothing thinking, that's perfectionistic thinking, and that's what I'm talking about today. Is a tip that I give my clients to help them when they're dealing with this type of all or nothing perfectionistic thinking. Hey y'all, I'm Dr. Stephanie Way with the Recovery Academy. I'm a licensed professional counselor and an eating disorder specialist. And every single week, I bring you some no bullshit tips, tricks, and tools to help you deal with an eating disorder and your mental health recovery. So welcome. Today, I'm talking about perfectionistic thinking and eating disorder recovery. And I'm giving you a tip. It's called What Else Is Also True, to help you deal with that type of thinking. So really, perfectionistic thinking is something that I love working with in my practice. I love this, how the brain can get so focused and it can get so zoomed in on something. And on one hand, that is a beautiful superpower. It's what allows you to be successful. It is what allows you to, get shit done. Perfectionistic thinking is a great superpower. I don't want you to get rid of it. It works for you. The other side of that is that because your brain is so super focused and so zoomed in on this thing, that when things aren't perfect and it doesn't go the way that your brain thinks it should, you beat yourself up. You're full of anxiety, you're full of guilt, you're full of shame, and you tell yourself that you can't do this thing. Like whatever verbs and adjectives we want to insert in there, you just feel like you can't because this brain is so focused on it needs to look exactly this way. So one of the things that we do in eating disorder recovery is we help clients develop cognitive flexibility. Because right now your brain is saying, this is the only way to do it. And if it isn't this way, then it sucks and everything is bad and you suck and you can't recover and get out of here and move on, right? So we want to learn to live in the gray where you can have this focused belief, this focused idea. Of course, you want to be doing well in your recovery. You want to be nourishing your body. You want to be eating foods that give you joy and life and passion and fun and nourishment. But we know that you can't eat perfectly every single meal. You can't eat perfectly every single day. Just shit happens. Life happens. Meals are meh. I'm not a good cook at all. I don't do it well in the kitchen. I do what I can, but it's not where I flourish. So there have been many meals where I'll cook and it's just kind of it's not that great, right? When you have this really all or nothing thinking, that would totally screw you up and you would say, well, see, food sucks, I suck, I can't do this. And you would really obsess about that. One thing that we can do to help start building this cognitive flexibility and living in the gray is when you're really super focused on the all and how you didn't do it all and you didn't do it perfectly. I want you to ask yourself the question, what else is also true? All right, I'll say it again so you can write it down. What else is also true? Because here's what happens. You get stuck on this all thinking, right? This really perfectionistic thought. You're really in your head about it. You're really beating yourself up about it. And because you have this perfectionistic brain, your brain has given you a list of like all the reasons that this is true. This unhelpful thought, it feels really true, and here's all the reasons why. You have a bunch of evidence. So it's not easy to dismiss it. It's not easy to say, oh, you know what, I'm fine, because the brain gets super attached to it. It holds on to it. So instead of arguing with yourself because you're going to have a hard time believing it, or instead of dismissing it because, again, the brain's like super focused on it and it's like, oh, you didn't do this thing, think about what else is also true. It's kind of like you're holding on to the all and the nothing at the same time. It's dialectics. So it's kind of these two opposing beliefs, but you can have this thought of like, I screwed up and here's what I didn't do right. And I also did all of these other things right. And both are true at the same time. You can have screwed up a meal and have done a bunch of other things in your recovery at the same time. So when you're finding yourself in your head, really beating yourself up and really feeling ashamed and guilty and bad and mad at yourself for maybe some eating disorder thoughts and eating disorder behaviors, I want you to ask yourself, what else is also true? Write it down, put it in a journal, a note on your phone, put it up on mirrors, wherever, it doesn't matter. Just put that information out there and consider how you've done a lot of great and good. You can have done that and have done things not so perfectly at the same time. So tell me what you think about asking yourself that question. How does that work for you? What questions do you have about challenging perfectionistic thinking and developing this cognitive flexibility so that you can live in the gray and have just more like freedom and less shame in your life? I'd love to hear from you. So make that comment below. If that feels uncomfortable, I get it. It's okay. You can email me. And I promise it does not bother me or upset me or put me out. I love hearing from you. So feel free to comment or email me. While you're here, check out all the links I have for you below. I've got some videos there for you, and I have a bunch of free, you heard that right, free resources to help you along your recovery journey. So snatch those up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it if you think it would be helpful for somebody else to hear. And don't forget to subscribe. New videos come every single week. You get on Monday a video and on Thursday your therapy tip. So for now, I'm gonna pop off, but I'll see you real soon. Bye.